Hi, friends. Today you are going to take an exciting erudition test. Will you be able to answer 20 questions from different spheres: science, history, art, and even nature? Let's see who of you is a real polymath. Turn on logic, remember everything you know, and forward to new knowledge and interesting discoveries. And to not miss such cool challenges, subscribe to our channel. Let's go. How many planets are there in the solar system? 7 planets, 9 planets, 8 planets, 6 planets. There are 8 planets in the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. What is the monetary unit in Austria? Franc, dollar, dinar, euro. The monetary unit in Austria is the euro. The euro was introduced into circulation in Austria on January 1, 1999, replacing the national currency, the Austrian shilling. Currently, the euro is the official currency in all Eurozone countries, including Austria. Which of the following planets has no natural satellites? Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Neptune. Venus is the only planet in the solar system that has no natural satellites. What do you get when you divide the sine of an angle by its cosine? Tangent, cotangent, cosine, sine. When you divide the sine of an angle by its cosine, you get the tangent of that angle. Organic chemistry studies the compounds of which element? Oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon. Organic chemistry studies the compounds of carbon. This branch of science studies the chemical properties and structure of carbon compounds, including organic molecules such as hydrocarbons, amino acids, fats, and other important components of life. Which tower has been falling for more than 800 years? Eiffel Tower, Pisa Tower, Macau Tower, Ostankino Tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is known for its tilting, which began shortly after construction began in 1173 due to unstable ground beneath the foundations. Which family of fish produces black caviar? Sturgeon, sparrow, catfish, salmonid. Sturgeon fish produce black caviar, which is one of the most valuable and expensive products in the world. In which country did the Olympic Games originate? Greece, Italy, Russia, Australia. The Olympic Games originated in ancient Greece, more specifically in Olympia, a sacred place and cultural center of the ancient Greeks. The first known Olympic Games were held in 776 BC and became one of the most famous sporting events in human history. These games were held every 4 years in honor of the god Zeus and lasted for over 1,000 years. What is the origin of the word vitamins? English, Latin, Russian, Spanish. The word vitamins comes from the Latin word vita, which means life. The term was introduced in 1912 by the Polish biochemist Casimir Funk and is generally accepted for substances that are necessary for the body's vital functions but are not synthesized by the body itself. Which writer donated money from his Nobel Prize to the starving people of Soviet Russia? Marcel Proust, François Mauriac, Anatole France, Alexandre Dumas. Anatole France donated money from his Nobel Prize of about $40,000 in our time to the starving people of Soviet Russia. How many continents are there on planet Earth? 5 continents, 6 continents, 7 continents, 8 continents. There are 6 continents on planet Earth: Africa, Antarctica, Eurasia, North America, South America, and Australia. On which continent is Angola located? In Africa, in South America, in Eurasia, in Australia. Angola is located on the continent of Africa. This country is located in the southwest of the continent and has access to the Atlantic Ocean. Angola borders Namibia to the south, Zambia to the east, and the Democratic Republic of Congo to the north. Who is the composer of the Turkish March? Ludwig van Beethoven, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Johann Strauss, Johann Sebastian Bach. The work, the Turkish March, is known for its energetic musicality and military march composed by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. This composer is one of the most famous and influential figures in the history of classical music. The Turkish March was written for piano in 1783 and is part of his Symphony No. 11. What is the name of the capital of Japan? Beijing, Seoul, Tokyo, Singapore. Tokyo is the most populated city in the world, known for its modern architecture, high level of technology and cultural attractions. How many states are there in the United States? 48 states, 50 states, 52 states, 49 states. There are many theories as to why there are 50 states in the United States. One of the most common theories has to do with the adoption of the state of Hawaii in 1959. According to this theory, the 50 states were chosen as a symbolic gesture of keeping the balance between North and South, as Hawaii is located in the Pacific Ocean, far from the mainland. Who is the author of the piece of music known today as Ave Maria? Franz Schubert, Frédéric Chopin, Johann Strauss, Antonio Vivaldi. Franz Schubert wrote the famous piece that is now known as Ave Maria. However, it was originally titled Ellen's Third Song. Schubert created the music based on the poet Walter Scott's verses translated into German. This composition has become one of the most famous and recognizable in musical culture, depicting the musical embodiment of prayer. Which philosopher said "I think, therefore I exist"? Plato, Aristotle, René Descartes, Socrates. René Descartes expressed the philosophical concept of "I think, therefore I exist." This famous statement became the foundation of his philosophical system. Descartes concluded that doubt about existence can be rejected because the very act of doubt confirms one's existence as a thinking subject. This position has become one of the key elements of modern Western philosophy, emphasizing the role of consciousness and reason in the process of cognition. Which of these artists painted Starry Night? Pablo Picasso, Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci. Starry Night is a famous painting painted by Dutch artist Vincent van Gogh in 1889. It is one of his most recognizable works, known for its vivid colors and unique style. Who was the first man in space? Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, Alexei Leonov. Yuri Gagarin's flight into space lasted only 108 minutes, but this feat made him a national and international hero and a symbol of success for Soviet cosmonautics. Which seafarers were the first to see the shores of Australia? Spanish, Russian, Dutch, English. In 1606, Dutch navigator Willem Janssen was the first European to land on the Australian continent. Here's the finish line. We hope you enjoyed testing your knowledge. Was it hot? To not miss new cool tests and facts, click subscribe. There are many more interesting things to come.